Someone made one offhand comment this morning. They forgot it in 10 seconds. You've been carrying it all day. Or a friend walked into the room in a bad mood and didn't say a word, and somehow your whole body already knew. Or a song came on, a good one, and out of nowhere, your eyes were wet and you had to pretend you had something in them. If any of that is you, you've probably been called too sensitive, too emotional, too much by other people, and eventually by yourself. Today, I'm going to show you that what you have isn't a flaw you need to fix. It's a specific kind of nervous system. Most people don't have it, and by the end you'll understand why you feel everything at a volume nobody else seems to hear. Here's what science figured out that nobody told you. Around 1 in 5 people are born with a trait researchers call sensory processing sensitivity. Their nervous systems are built to take in more and process it more deeply. It shows up in newborns. It shows up in over 100 species of animals. It is not weakness. It is not damage. It is not something that happened to you. It's wiring. And it feels like a curse because the world was mostly designed by and for the other 4 out of 5. So if you've spent your life feeling like the volume knob on everything is turned up too high while everyone tells you to relax, this is why. Here are the signs, and then the part nobody tells you, which is what it's secretly for. Number 1. You don't just notice how people feel. You catch it. Someone you love is anxious, and within minutes, so are you, without a word said. You walk into a tense room and your stomach drops before you know why. It's called emotional contagion, and in people like you, it runs hotter. Your brain runs a constant, involuntary simulation of what everyone around you is feeling. Then you feel a version of it yourself. It's why you're the one people come to when they're falling apart, and why a party or a group chat full of drama leaves you completely wrung out. You weren't just there. You were feeling for all of them. Number 2. When someone criticizes you, it doesn't roll off. It goes in and stays. Other people get a note from their boss and forget it by lunch. You get the same note and you're still turning it over at 2 a.m. 3 days later. This isn't fragility. Your brain tags social and emotional information as high priority and files it deep, so a small rejection lands with the weight of a real threat. The upside is, you're the person who actually takes feedback to heart and grows. The downside is a single cold text can cost you a whole day. Number 3. You have a ceiling other people don't. Bright lights, loud rooms, too many conversations at once. Everyone else seems fine and you can feel yourself starting to short out. You're not antisocial or high maintenance. You're taking in more raw data per second than the people around you, so you hit full faster. It's the same reason a scratchy tag, a smell nobody else notices, or a TV on in the background while someone talks can make you want to crawl out of your skin. Your filter lets more through. That's the whole trait in one sentence. Number 4. And this one starts to flip it into a gift. You catch what nobody else catches, the half-second flicker on someone's face when they say they're fine. The word choice, that was a little off. You've pointed something out and had people ask how you saw that, and the honest answer is you didn't try. You can't not see it. Your brain processes detail more deeply, so subtlety that's invisible to most is sitting in plain sight for you. It feels like a burden. It's also, quietly, a superpower. Number 5. After any interaction that mattered, you run it back. Did I talk too much? Did I hurt them? You are, at times, exhausting to yourself. This comes from the last few. You feel deeply, you tag social information as important, and you genuinely care about not causing harm. So your brain reviews the footage looking for anything to repair. Taken too far, it becomes rumination that eats you alive. But underneath is something rare. Most people don't lie awake worried they were unkind. You do. That's not a defect. That's a conscience running at full brightness. Number 6. This is the one people are most private about. A piece of music, a film, a sky doing something absurd at sunset, and it hits you in the chest like a physical thing. Chills. Your throat tightens. Sometimes you cry and can't explain why. This is real. It has a name, and it maps to heightened activity in the brain's reward and emotion centers. The same nervous system that makes a crowded room unbearable lets a 3-minute song take the roof off your life for a moment. You don't just appreciate beauty, you metabolize it. Most people are watching you tear up at the thing and feeling almost nothing. Number 7. After a big day of people and input, you don't want to talk to anyone. You need a dark room, or a walk alone, or silence, badly. And people who love you sometimes take it personally. Here's what's happening. You ran more processing than everyone around you, so you burn the tank faster and refill slower. That retreat isn't rejection or sulking, it's maintenance. A nervous system that feels this much has to be allowed to come back down, or it stays stuck on high until it breaks. The people who understand you let you go quiet without making it mean something. Number 8. You cannot stomach cruelty. A violent scene everyone else shrugs off, and you have to look away, and it sits with you for days. A news story about something done to a child, or an animal, or a stranger you will never meet, and it genuinely ruins you. People tell you to toughen up, to stop taking it so personally. It's not even about you, but that's the point. Your empathy doesn't stop at the edge of your own life. You feel the suffering of people you have no reason to care about, because your brain runs the same deep simulation for a stranger that it runs for someone in the room. It's why you can't do the horror movie, why you flinch at the thing nobody else flinched at, why you carry stories that were never yours to carry. It cost you. It also means you are one of the few people who would never look away when it actually counted. The world has plenty of people who can watch anything and feel nothing. It does not have enough of you. So what is actually going on in there? The researcher who mapped this, Elaine Aron, and the brain imaging studies that followed, found something simple and kind of beautiful. When people with this trait see the same photo, hear the same story, sit in the same room as everyone else, the parts of the brain tied to awareness, empathy, and deep processing light up more. You're not imagining the intensity. You are, measurably, running the same moment at a higher resolution than the person next to you. Nothing is broken. The receiver is just more sensitive. And a more sensitive receiver picks up the faint signals everyone misses, and every bit of the noise. Which brings us to what nobody tells you while they're calling you too much. Every one of these, flipped, is the reason people need you. The one who absorbs emotions shows up when someone's drowning. The one who overstimulates in a crowd notices the person crying in the corner of it. The one who feels criticism too hard is the one who actually changes. The one who cries at the song is the one who can make things and move people because they feel it first. Depth of feeling is not a design flaw. It's the engine under empathy, creativity, and intuition. The trait that makes ordinary life louder for you is the same one that lets you go deeper into it than most people ever will. So here's what to do, because feeling everything without a strategy will run you into the ground. 1. Stop trying to fix it. You can't turn this off, and the years spent trying to become less sensitive are just years fighting your own wiring. 2. Protect your input. You're responsible for how much comes in. Fewer plans, more recovery, permission to leave early, boundaries around the people and feeds that flood you. That's not weakness, it's power management. 3. Stop apologizing for the depth. You don't owe anyone a smaller version of your feelings. And 4. Use it. The sensitivity is information, telling you when something's off, when someone's hurting, when something is beautiful and worth stopping for. Most people would kill for that signal. You were born with it. And last, find your people. The right few will treat your sensitivity as a gift and not a problem to be managed. And being around them feels like finally being allowed to breathe. The wrong ones will spend your entire life telling you to calm down and toughen up. One of those groups is worth your energy. The other has been draining it for years. Choose accordingly. So the next time someone says you're too sensitive, too emotional, too much, understand what they're actually saying. They're telling you that you feel the world at a volume they'll never hear. That's not a thing to shrink. It's the whole reason people trust you, come to you, and are moved by you. You were never too much. You were just never meant to feel it halfway. And in a world doing its best to make everyone number, the people who still feel the whole thing might be the ones who matter most. If this felt less like a video and more like someone finally describing your own head, you'll feel at home here. I explain the quiet stuff running underneath everyday life, the things you've always felt but could never quite put into words. Subscribe, stick around, and I'll keep making the case that the way you feel was never the problem.